thought Jonathan was incompetent until Buhari came to power, says Ahmad Gumi. Ahmad Gumi, a Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, has noted that he thought former President Goodluck Jonathan was not competent enough to handle the security situation in the country until Muhammadu Buhari took over power. Gumi, who was a vocal critic of Jonathan when he was in power, expressed concern over the escalating security situation in the north as Boko Haram continued to kill people freely, while the Buhari administration continues to free so-called repentants captured by soldiers. The preacher, who is now a more vocal critic of Buhari administration, stated that he had thought Jonathan was unable to end Nigeria's security woes during his administration, but he is now convinced that Buhari is much worse. He said the bloodshed under Buhari is more than doubled of what occurred under Jonathan, saying he does not see any reason why Buhari should continue to rule the country. He therefore advised the president to resign from his position. He said, I blame Jonathan with blood in his hand because of Boko Haram, because Boko were putting bombs everywhere and government was not doing enough. Anybody killed under your regime, you are responsible for that blood. If you have done your best, I can say yes, Allah can forgive you. But if you are relaxed, no, Allah will not forgive you. So it is the same thing now. The bloodshed now is more than combined together the bloodshed during Jonathan's regime. So now you judge yourselves to be fair. Our religion is a religion of fairness. During Jonathan's time, when the blood was flowing too much, mosques and churches and streets, I said, let him resign because I could see he could not handle the blood flow. You could not handle it. I said, please resign with immediate effect because you cannot handle the killing of innocent people. That is why I called for his resignation and government newspapers and others published it. Is that possible today? Now more blood is shed from negligence, from sleeping, from laziness, from I don't care. If I am true to myself, as I called for resignation of Jonathan, I should call for the resignation of President Buhari and with immediate effect, and government papers should carry it also if there is truth. As bad as Jonathan was, he was more democratic and had given people freedom to speak even against him. You could see when he saw there was problem, he relinquished power, saying, I don't want blood to be shed. This man Jonathan built us 9 universities in the north, more than 150 Amajiri schools. Even this rail from Abuja to Kaduna, he has done a lot of things, but I was charging him because blood is the most expensive thing in life. Wow. There was nothing I have not said against Jonathan. He should be impeached. He should resign. He was divisive. So now I have one of two options. If I cannot tell my own brother what I have told this man, then I should take an aeroplane from Abuja to Jonathan and say, please forgive me for castigating you in public. I rather seek his apology or castigate the president too. One of the two. There is no three. We have been patient with this government. If it is another, wallahi, it would have been more than this. Hey, people are dying every day. Yesterday, somebody was kidnapped. People are suffering, and nobody can say it because they have taken over our throats because they don't want to hear something bad against the man. Buhari is full of mistakes. Full of mistakes. He's human being like anybody, and I swear to God that there are many people here in the north that can perform better than him. I say better. So guys, we just trying to say this thing again or to bring this news to you again because I know some of you must have heard it. And you know, this man has really extensively explained everything and said things the way they are. You know, what even caught my attention is that he said they have even taken our truth. They don't want people to say anything about him. And that's why the spokespeople are always coming out. Those die-hard supporters of the president, they're always coming out from different angles. But I think they are now, their wings are being clipped. They are, you know, they are beginning to get weaker and weaker every day. Those who are supporting, their mouths are shut. They can't say anything now. But it's too late. After 5 years, that means this is that's how we are going to be rolling till the end of 2023. Majority of them now, they cannot talk. Some of them, out of shame, they cannot say anything. But this man having that bold step to say, if he cannot castigate, if he cannot criticize Buhari now that he thinks is his brother, then he rather takes plane to go to Jonathan and say, I am sorry for the way I did. But no, he said that two things will happen. He said that what he did to Jonathan, or what he said about Jonathan, he will still say it, because there's no difference. From his own judgment, good luck is even better than what we are seeing, and which we have been saying. You will be surprised. Those who are those who are in the south, some people in the south, they will still be supporting this government. Of course, those are the people who do not, it's either out of ignorance, or they are the ones benefiting from this government. They will continue to say things just because of what they are eating. And what they are eating, because you are eating bad thing. You are eating something that is not right. You are eating it in your body because of what you are getting. It will explode. It will do you no good. You'll be looking malnourished because you are eating wrong thing. You are not eating a good diet, because for the fact that you are saying the truth and you are saying the opposite, you are eating the wrong diet, and it will not do your head good. It's going to happen. Apart from, maybe we are trying to make an analogy, because you are eating what you are not supposed to eat, put in your body, put in your mouth, your soul, spirit, and being. You are eating the wrong thing, because there will be no peace, because you are not saying the right thing. And those who are bearing the brunt, the more everybody is bearing, but the more is from the north, and there's the ones speaking. A lot of them have been speaking of late now, and some people will be at the one corner, be justifying what is not. You can imagine what the NSA, the National Security Advisor to the government, is saying about Bakari, the role he's playing. Shows that the man is not in charge. He's not in charge. The wife has said it many a times. The wife has come out to say it. If the wife could say it, then who else will say it better than the way it's been said, or she has said it? Who else? You see what is happening in the Kaaba. So this man has come out to say, if he could do that, if he could criticize, then nothing stops him. It's not because he just wanted to criticize, because we can see the reality. Things are there for us to see. The old things, everything is obvious for everyone to see. It is not a matter of making it up. How can somebody be saying the same thing over and over again? It's very, very pathetic. Some people will come out for the man, say, oh, this and this and this and this and that. Of course, there's nothing wrong if you are supporting somebody. Those who are always coming out to say, yes, you talked about Jonathan, this and that. Those who gang up against Jonathan did not do well. That is the fact. All of them. Whatever they must have done, it is not just enough at all. Because if it is enough, it will not be out, because you cannot see somebody who is doing the right thing, who is triumphing, and you are saying, no, the person should go. No. Like I always say, there is no government that will not always embark on one project, but they are just still rigmaroling. It's not what we want. We ought to have moved forward. We also have been picking, on high speed. But what we have is auto reverse. That's what we are seeing. Because some people will just still come. All of them put together, we don't even know. I always say it on this channel that the foundation of this country is faulty. You can imagine what is it called? Our senators now saying they don't even want to buy 2019 cars. They want 2020 new model. Tell me what they are doing. Beautiful nonsense. All of them that have served before now and are the ones that are serving now, they will tell you, oh, I have served, I'm this, former that. See, go and check what they have done. Can they boldly say, yes, I contributed to the growth of this country? Because as it is now, the country is not moving forward. Right from that, it has not been moving forward. So those who are always talking about, they supported, they go against Jonathan, they supported Buhari. There's nothing wrong in supporting Buhari, but in as much you supported him, you felt that he's going to do better, and he's not doing better. And that's why I don't really like this idea. I always talk about those who are always coming out after Shiwore, that he supported his government. And so what? And what is wrong with that if you supported somebody, and if you see that the person is not doing well? If you are truthful to yourself, you say, no, you are not doing well. I supported you. That does not mean I must continue to be supporting you when you are not doing the right thing. You're not doing the right thing. So those who are always saying, they supported good luck, they go against a good luck, this and this and this and that. Now they are reaping it. There's nothing wrong. If you see that the person that you supported is not doing the right thing, you reverse back. But those who are still saying, in the face of the problems we are having, in the face of the incompetence, you are still saying the person is good. That is where the problem lies. So for this man to be saying this thing, it speaks volume. A lot of people have been speaking, it speaks volume. And the more they speak, the more the president or the presidency, gets discredited on a daily basis, irrespective of how their spokespeople will always come out to defend them. Even when they defend them, you see that the thing they sweet for their mouth. If you could see their reaction, their posture, that what they are saying is different from their body language, and they know it within themselves. They are not saying the truth. They are just saying it because of their job, because of what they want to be paid, because they are fighting for their pockets. That is just the reason why they are doing this. Because if really they know within themselves, their conscience is telling them what you are doing is not right, what you are saying is not right, the best thing is for them to resign. But they won't do that. And that's why they are eating what is not good for their health. Because you are taking money and defending what is not defendable. So this man is coming out to say it. If he could say it then, if he could criticize Jonathan then. So if he either two things, he said that he goes back to Jonathan and plead for forgiveness, or he still criticizes government, and he's criticizing it. He says it's even worse now that he thought that Jonathan administration was bad, but this one is worse, and that is the way it is. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what the Gumi has said. And before that, someone says, thank God you are realizing this. Please go ahead and apologize to Jonathan and call for Buhari resignation with sincere tone and not political and religious. He has said it. There's no. He said that two things will happen, which he has criticized the government because he says it's worse. If he's not coming out to say it, that may be because of the fear of not being arrested or not being intimidated. Because, like he said they have even taken our throats. They don't want you to say anything about the man. That he better go back to Jonathan. But he has criticized him. Like I said, none of them, that is my opinion. We have your opinion. None of them has done well. The reason why people are talking about Jonathan is that because we are moving forward, we are supposed to be progressing, because what we thought was bad, we are not supposed to be going back to that. We should still condemn what is not. Condemn it in entirety. That is the way it is. Because what is happening now is you are retrogressing. Then you cannot be saying, hey, this one is bad. I hope when another government comes in, we will not be praising this government again, because that is now the trend. Because what you said you have rejected, instead of it to be moving forward, because there's no way out, you have to be going back and be saying what you rejected before, what you thought was not good, you now be praising it. Until what? No, it doesn't work that way. That means we are not ready to move forward. If we are still referring to that one was bad, of course it was bad. We are craving for the good, not going back to what was not good. That means we are not even ready to move forward. Well, all of them, in my opinion, they've done nothing. They've not done nothing because they've all contributed to the mess that we found ourselves in. So let's hear your opinion concerning what Gumi has said. Leave your comment below and let